to order. Indicate that, there's my agenda, that there's no public comment, I trust,
For the meeting portion.
for the meeting portion. And no minutes to approve at this stage, so I'll call our first, public hearing case, which is the Chaudhry petition, which is 25-001. This is a request for a variation to allow one horse on a property less than 40,000 square feet. The property is approximately 19,999 square feet. The second variation to reduce the required rear yard setback for a horse stable from a required 30 feet to approximately 10.44 feet. Existing shed will serve as a stable. The property again is about 0.46 acres. The matter was published in the Daily Herald on February 4, 2025. The building department objects to this petition and the village of Glen Ellen objects to this petition. Other than that, we've circulated customarily the petition and we have no other substantive comments. We're gonna recognize the plan of survey as petitioner's exhibit number 1 and the site plan as petitioner's exhibit number 2. And then I have a number of, I guess I'll take this quarter section map as petitioner's exhibit number 3. I have another bunch of exhibits, but I don't understand what the purpose of these other exhibits are. So I'll wait to introduce them during the course of the hearing. I can say my name is Bob Carthel. I'm the zoning hearing officer, and I'd like everyone who wants to testify in this case to be sworn in. So if you raise your right hands, including I think there's a person on the phone, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll have to be, if I don't know who you are on the phone, but if you want to testify at the right time, you need to be sworn in. So please take the oath if you care to do so.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the whole truth? The whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, are you the Chaudhrys? You are? Okay, who are you folks? Neighbors?
Yes, across the street from the property.
Okay, I'll get to you and you can identify yourself later. Mr. Chaudhry, your name is Chaudhry, is that right?
Yep.
And your address is 22 West 043 Valley View Drive, Glen Ellen?
For this project, yes.
Okay, did you purchase this property and move into the property around January of 2020? What was it, 4, 3? How long have you lived there?
Yeah, so I purchased it. I do not live, I live in the neighboring property.
Well, who lives at this property?
It's a rental property.
It's a rental property.
Yes.
Okay. All right, sir, go right ahead and tell me, sort of, sure, make your case. For
So, we had interest in horses and keeping the horse, and we registered in the 4-H program for future farmers and stuff. I was talking to Paul. Because last year we had a horse that we kept at stable, which was like 25-30 minutes away, and we realized to properly take care of it and have a bond with the horse, it's best if you spend more time with them and drag and for training purposes and everything. So we figured it would be easy and best if we can have a horse in our backyard. We are constrained from the 1 acre option. So I was talking to Paul and he mentioned, since you own properties next to it, he gave me a couple of options that, or he suggested a couple of options that I could have an affidavit saying as long as this parcel will stay together kind of thing. We have more than needed square footage to keep a horse. So we just started the application. So that's how I kind of started, and I'm willing to work on any hindrances or any problems that can come. Obviously, keeping a horse is a secondary. Being in harmony with my neighbors and the neighborhood and everything is more important to me than keeping the horse. So This is the first time I've done it, so I'm not sure exactly what to expect.
Well, you didn't address the zoning standards. But maybe I'll just ask some questions so I don't have to continue your hearing.
Sure.
Where would you ride the horse?
So we would take the horse to an arena and ride it.
So, your site plan has a pencil drawing of 60 by 60 horse pen,
Right.
and then the existing shed, which is shown on the survey, it's marked, will serve as a stable.
Right. For the horse, and we're willing to modify it if needed to accommodate for the horse.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about, how Paul said, as long as you sign an affidavit to keep the properties together, you know. Is Paul Hoss?
Paul.
Okay, well, he's not here. What is the horse pen, 60 by 60 horse pen about?
That's for the horse to spend time outside. In
All
an
right, so
enclosure.
it wouldn't roam around the whole lot.
Correct, so it's like fenced in area for the horse,
It's not roof, just a fence.
just a fence, right?
What shed are you talking about?
Okay, hold on. Here, I'll show you what's.
That's the, what they sent in, but that's bigger.
Well, sir, I don't know. I mean, you know, you have to have a 40,000 square foot lot. You have a 20,000 square foot lot. And I don't have any. I mean, how long have you lived at your house?
It's 2016, so 8-9 years now.
And how long have you owned this lot?
This one, a couple of years.
Yeah, so it's a rental house. Who lives there?
A family friend.
Okay. Why do I have all these other documents?
Right, so these are just additional documents I had showing the parcels, how they connect each other and stuff like that. That I would,
Well, they're adjacent
just, yeah,
and you own them,
yes,
but you haven't consolidated the lots.
that is correct.
All right, so I don't really, do I need this?
No, as long as you know where the lots sit and everything, that's all.
Well, it's the same thing as
Same thing
marked
as
on
it,
this, so why don't we take, just so the record is a little less cluttered. And what is this about? Why did you submit this?
Did I? You wanna see that? This was originally submitted to show the property information, like taxes and stuff like that. I didn't have that drawing back then.
Okay, so I don't need
You
that.
already did,
We can
yes.
give that back to you, we'll give this back to you. And then I have these items. Is this supposed to be some indication?
No, you can give them all back because you have that now.
I got 3 exhibits.
Okay.
All right, that's your presentation of the case, then I guess I'm ready to hear from the neighbors. Folks, you can go first to the, who's on the phone?
Identify yourself.
Oh,
That's a lady, no, wait. To the lady on the phone, I'll get to you in a moment if you want to make a comment. Can you hear what's going on here?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh, I thought it was a lady on the phone. All right, would you identify yourself, sir? Spell your last name, tell us your address, tell us where you live in relation to this property, and then tell us whether you support the petition or object to the petition, and then I'll give you a couple minutes to explain why. So first name and address. Who wants to go first?
Talking to you.
My name's Robert Pearson,
Spell your last name, please,
Pearson,
and your address.
22W044 Valley View Drive,
So you're like a neighbor?
right across the street.
Do you support the petition or oppose the petition?
Well, I never even knew that they wanted to get a horse over there. I mean, there hasn't been many horses over there in 40 years. Has it?
I don't know.
More than that.
So you didn't know what this case was about when you came here or what?
Well, we knew it had to
Just
do with a
from the
horse,
letter,
but this is the first time I've ever heard of a horse being over here in, like I said, over 40 years.
Okay, so are you just making that comment or do you object or do you support
Well, I'm
the
not
petition?
sure how I feel about it. I mean, that shed back there, I could barely fit in that shed. Which really don't have much to do with what I'm saying. I would say I'm objective to it.
Okay, thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
And then would you care to be next?
Yes, Sally Pearson, Pearson, same address, 22W044 Valley View. And yeah, we're concerned not only is if the horse would have sufficient room to be able to stay in that shed and have sufficient exercise. I don't know that much about horses, other than what I've been reading. We would also be concerned as neighbors of like, you know, if the waste material from a horse, how that's going to be addressed. Is that going to
Well-
create issues like in the summertime with odors or insects or something attracting it? If the horse is going to be transported someplace else, where's the horse trailer gonna be to transport this horse? You know, things like that.
Okay. Thank you. And then to the person on the telephone, do you wish to make a comment?
Sure. Hello?
Yeah, tell us your name, spell your name, and tell us your address for starters.
Okay. My name is Alexander Kucher, Kucher, and I live in 22W030 Valley View Drive. And next to previous people speaking,
Okay, do you support or oppose this petition?
in my view, I volunteer for horse rescue in west from Glen Ellen, and I understand how much space horse needed, and also I understand the sanitary conditions, flies and all that. So in my view, it's zoning is not, I mean, like place, the house, the rental property, it's not the place for the horses. So, yeah, we're not supporting this.
Okay, thank you, sir. Do you have any final comments?
Sure,
My brother used to own 4 horses in West Chicago, but he had 4 acres.
Okay,
I mean, yeah,
I have to go back to him, so for final comments.
okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
right, so, as far as the space, for the horse and for the shed, the farm that the horses are, we have, shareboarded, last year, they have same sizes for those, so it's standard, and we are willing to, expand and make alterations to it. Obviously, we want to make sure that the horse is comfortable, has enough space. Same thing for, the pen, I think it's what we have seen over there, it's more than enough space for him. As far as the cleanliness and debris and all that, another neighbor who is behind us, he had asked me also, and he's like, you know what? I'm fine with it as long as, there's no like cleanliness issues and stuff like that. And I had promised him and commented him also that if it becomes a problem, I am more close. I live right there and I would have more problems than going anywhere else. So I'm willing to wrap it up and move the horse back to the stable. If it becomes difficult for us to keep, because obviously you don't want to make any problems for my neighbors and have smell issues and all those kind of things. And it's good to know that Alex has experience in rescuing horses and stuff like that, so we'd love to. Alex, who's on the phone.
That was on the phone.
Oh, that's Alex?
So, if we can do anything to make sure that the accommodation for the horse and improve all that, we'd be willing to do that. It's not like, okay, we want to, make the horse suffer. That's not the intention. Or the neighbors to be uncomfortable about it. So that's my comments to it. It's not like, okay, this is the plan and this is how it's gonna be. No, we are flexible for that.
Okay, you're requesting zoning relief. And the form of that relief is a variation which runs with the land. So once it's granted, it lasts forever. And there's a little bit of a dynamic nature to your request, because you're saying, well, we'll see how this works, and then we could add this or increase the size of this. And we'll make it all work, but I'm very concerned about that. So I'll take all of this information under advisement, and then I'll render my decision at,
Can I just ask one question?
sure.
Is the zoning specific to this property or is it the area?
No, it's only this lot,
Oh, okay, I see.
and not
Thank
the
you.
other lots.
Gotcha, thank you.
So what's the date of the recommendation meeting?
March 5th.
Okay, Wednesday, March 5th at 3:00. We should have this case ready for a decision. My decision will be announced at the 3:00 hearing. And it constitutes a recommendation to the County Development Committee. They will go through similar deliberations of their own based on this record. And they will make a recommendation to the full county board. So the County Development Committee and the county board are the next two steps and final administrative steps in this process. So it should conclude by the end of the month of March. You will be able to determine, all of you will be able to learn what my recommendation is, my decision, and the decision of the County Development Committee and the county board. You'll get information by email in that respect. You can tune in by Zoom to the 3:00 meeting for the announcement, but your presence is not required. So whatever works for you. Okay? Thank you very much. How do I pronounce? Pardon me? No, your last name. Ponce? Okay, I'll call 25003, the Ponce case. This is a variation to substitute a paved surface driveway for a gravel driveway. The matter was published in the Daily Herald on February 4, 2025. I have one exhibit, which is a survey. And I have the building department objects to this petition. And the village of Lombard objects to the petition, as sent a letter. Other comments that I have are non-substantive or no comments at all from various departments. Once again, I have only one exhibit, which is the survey, and it's a 2024 survey. So may I ask you, sir, to raise your hand and be sworn in?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony and evidence you're about to give at this time shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Okay, would you state your name and tell us your address?
Yeah, my name is Germán Ponce Ruiz. My address is 21W148 Sunset Avenue, Lombard, Illinois.
Okay. How long have you lived at the property, sir?
We bought the house back in 2021, July.
How is it that you come to have a 2024 survey? Did you have the survey done for this hearing?
Yes, I did. I
Okay,
mean, I had a survey when I bought when we buy the house, and then when I got the violations, they recommended me to go to do a second survey so they can see everything I have. Any
I
change.
see.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me why you should be granted a variation.
Okay, so the situation here is that when I buy the house, this is my first house. And when I buy the house, I'm just learning all this, I don't know anything about, so building. So I think what happened, I called the wrong department, so I just search on Google, the permit for Lombard, and I don't think I called the right department, that's why I'm in this, situation. So I called someplace in Lombard, and they told me, someone in Lombard, which I cannot tell you which office, because I just don't know. And someone in Lombard told me that, I tell them everything I wanted to do before I do anything. And they told me that everything I planned to do, I didn't get any permits because I removed a couple of trees, that was hollow, I need to come down for safety. And I told them about the gravel driveway, and they told me that the gravel driveway, I don't need a permit because it's considered like a decorative, and I did a little bit of a small wall for my garden around the tree. They tell me, I explained everything I wanted to do, and they told me I didn't need a permit, so that's why I just started doing everything I did. At that time, they was working on the street, doing the new paving, and we had inspectors coming in and out, and they saw me doing all that, so I figured, I thought they saw that, and then everything was okay, so that's why I did the gravel driveway all the way to the back, thinking that it was okay to do it, and I saw, some of my neighbors, they have a gravel driveways, so that's another reason why I thought it was perfectly fine, and I just had no idea that it wasn't allowed, and so I got the violations.
What are these two metal containers that are shown on the survey?
The metal containers are, storage, for my equipment, for gardening and all that, and I'm planning to get rid of them. They told me here in Sterling that I need to cover them so they don't look like containers, but I would like to get permit just for a temporary, because I want to get rid of them and just build a garage, I don't want to invest more on the containers because I don't like them either, I mean, I paint them to make them look nice, but like to do siding or new roof, I don't want to do the investment because I don't like them. I'd rather have a garage.
Okay, you have a driveway that services the front of your house and looks like it goes to an attached garage. Is this an attached garage here on do you have an attached garage?
Yes,
And it's by your front driveway?
that's correct.
All right. What's your business, sir?
My business is chimneys.
Are you in business for yourself?
Yes.
Okay. What do you use this gravel driveway for?
Well, I use it, like I say, I'm planning to do the garage, so we use it I have an RV. And then for my kids, we have a four-wheeler, so we needed a place so they can play all, whenever they want, so it's not muddy. So that's what we use the space, and I got some pictures to show you, There. I want to show you what it looks like now.
How many pictures do you have?
Oh, yeah, not that many, 4 or 5.
Okay, I'll take 5. Well, I'll count. 1, 2, 6 pictures. And I'll take them as group exhibit 2. What are the pictures? Is
I
this
just wanted to
showing me
show you
what
how,
we have?
yeah, what it looks like and how we got everything clean and organized, So everybody, all my neighbors, they like everything we're doing with the property, It looks much, much different than what it looks when we bought it, it was just completely different, so it looks, everybody like the way everything looks there, I don't have any complaints from anybody in the area.
Yeah, I mean, it appears to be orderly, but it's gravel and it's not supposed to be. Okay. All right, is there anything else, sir?
Well, I mean, I just want to mention that I'm working on getting permits for the containers too, and like I say, I don't want to keep them, that's why if it's possible, just you guys let me do that, I will just, like I say, play the, apply for the permit for the.
Yeah,
container for the-
I only asked you what they were, so I could try to figure out what the driveway going to the back was, used for. But I see a container here. I don't care about the container because all I care about is gravel versus
And then
paved.
also, let me show you something now that might be. So we also did like a writing plan, so this is what they gave me, I don't know what the name's, but I'll show you. They check the grading around my neighbors to make sure that everything, is going, everything is good, and it's not affecting anybody.
Well, you want to introduce this as an exhibit?
I don't know if it's, what I mean, like I say, I'm learning about this, so I don't know if it's something.
Yeah, I don't think I need this,
Okay,
and it's your original, so
okay,
if you want to submit it, I'm not going to stop you from submitting it. You can add it to the file by copying it and emailing it to us. In which event, I'll leave the record open for the acceptance of Exhibit 3. However, I don't need it.
okay.
Okay, if there's nothing else, sir, there's no one here from the neighborhood to make any comments. So I'll take this case under advisement and I will give my decision on March 5 at 3 o'clock at the recommendation meeting, which you don't need to come back for that. You'll probably hear by email before that date. But March 5 is the announcement date. And you can attend by Zoom, just as if you were attending by Zoom now.
Okay,
My recommendation goes to the County Development Committee. My recommendation is not final. It's a recommendation to the County Development Committee who deliberates about the case. And then they pass it to the full county board, and the final decision will be made by the full county board at the end of the month of March, somewhere near the end. I don't know their schedules. Okay,
okay,
thank you very much, sir.
thank you.
All right, I'll continue the zoning hearing, the 2:30 hearing. The wrap-up is that I have no old business to consider and no new business to consider, so I will adjourn the meeting.